Hills Roadhouse, Airport Road in Weatherford. My goodness, we've got Chief Carlin and Chief Flowers in the studio with us. Both of you two Rotarians. Got a big weekend. Of course, we had that fire and we're defunding. There's so much to talk about. Where do we even start? Do you want to start with the car show?
Let's start with a quick. There was a blood drive on Tuesday, I believe it was. Or no, Monday was there?
Oh, who won? Do we know?
I have not heard.
I haven't heard.
Oh, I just assumed Rotarians won. My fault.
Well, you're right.
We won
you're
last
right.
year.
I think. But
Did you go, Lewis?
No.
At the Stafford
I
area
have proof.
Space Museum.
Hey, you got free.
Got a bruise.
You got free testing on antibodies for the COVID, didn't you?
Right.
That's true.
I don't even know what that means, but it sounds good. like seriously, anybody know what that means?
That means if you're tested, that means you've already had it and you've got antibodies, you can't get it no more.
Okay.
Then you just know, hey, you're
Hurrah.
You can live the rest of your life carefree.
Yeah.
That'd be nice to know.
You don't have to mask up or nothing.
It should come with a badge. It should come with a badge.
absolutely.
It should.
You're like,
It
I'm
should.
not wearing my mask, but hey.
I
got this.
I have the antibodies.
That's everybody.
Car show is this weekend. Friday nights, it's there's a cruise, right? Which
Yes.
is probably we already have this planned out. We got T-ball at 6, and then we're gonna go downtown on Main Street, and I think 7:30 is when the cruise actually starts.
Yes, 7:30 to 9 o'clock. We're going to start registration a little bit earlier this year because we're going to have 2 stations open to kind of keep a little bit of a social distancing. So we still have that in our mind.
Oh, sure
and
we do.
So
Yeah.
we usually start at 6. We're going to start it at 5, and so then at 6 o'clock is when we actually block from 8th and Main all the way up to State and Main, and everybody parks there. And then at 7:30 we open the floodgates.
And here
we get that drag main, get to see some wonderful cars.
Drag, is that like drag race?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, I was just checking.
No, let's put a disclaimer in there. We do not hot rod during the drag.
That's
it's
right.
Like back in the old days.
I don't
you
bet on T-ball
slowly
games.
drive.
I get it. Yeah. Say the same thing.
But we're going to give some money away during if you get a car show, we're going to randomly stop different vehicles and give you some money. I think I was trying to sit here and think how many we're going to give out.
I think it's $1,000 total, right?
Yeah, total $1,000. We'll probably give $20 at a time, and we're just going. So you can get a little bit.
That's like a normal Friday night for the Weatherford Police Department. Stopping random vehicles and charging thousands. Yeah, and they give you money.
They take cash.
They take cash.
They take cash.
That is so wrong. That is so wrong, John. If I didn't really like you, I'm
Oh, so then Saturday the car show is at Raider Park.
yes. Registration is going to be at Raider Park. It's going to be just like we've always had in the past. Registration is going to start at 9. Corrections. Registration starts at 7 a.m. And they're wanting me out there, and I said, that's a little bit too early.
That's a struggle for the
why
chief.
don't we start at 8? So
Yeah.
at 9:30, we're going to have the flag ceremony where the American Legion is going to come up and present our colors of our great nation. Then we've got at 10. So the car show starts officially at that time. At 10 o'clock, we do certain little games or stuff during the car show. So come out and see it. It starts officially at 9:30, and we go to 3 o'clock. But we're going to have a poker walk, and it's sponsored by Cummins Auto Group, Cross Heat and Air, PSO, and Sooner Technologies. And then we'll have voting at 11 o'clock. Where go around and check the car shows and vote on which one we let the participants vote.
That's cool.
Instead of having a group going around. No, everybody that's there that has a car in it gets to vote on all the cars.
Oh, nice.
So, and they've done that for years, and it's just such a great thing. And then we're going to have a burnout contest at 2 o'clock. Write that down. If you haven't ever seen that burnout contest, whoa,
It's the best part of the show.
sweet. So we have a burnout contest. For some reason, I don't see it on here.
It is right there in the picture. Oh.
Well, yeah,
2 o'clock.
no, but we're going to have a loud exhaust.
Loud exhaust, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
loud
11.
exhaust. Oh,
11.
that's at 11 too. So the voting and the loud exhaust. Sorry about that. If I get my readers up.
So you gave me the notes, so now I'm...
Okay. And then at 3 o'clock, we're going to have the awards presentation.
Nice.
So there's some things so that if you're at the baseball games, also we're going to have some food trucks. We're going to have some vendors out there. So if you're at the baseball games and you want to eat at the food trucks, or something. I mean,
Right. Like you'll have time.
You
in
can't
between.
beat. You can't. I'm going to put this out there.
Oh,
You
stop
can't
it.
beat
Just
the
stop.
concession
Yes, you
stand
can.
at Kiwanis.
Yes,
They
you
are
can.
great concession
Stop it right
stand.
now. They're a bunch of chickens, and all they have is corn dogs. They got
No,
rid of the
no,
hot
no.
dogs. They got rid of the nachos. They've got rid of it's.
Not this weekend.
So okay. I'm sorry. Oh, so you're gonna actually do a real? Well, that's great. Thanks for helping me out the
Good
last
job, Lewis.
2 weeks I've been
Way
there.
to start
Well,
that.
I didn't mean that.
Well, we don't want to serve any hot dogs and give people that COVID now. My golly, if I made some nachos, I might be distributing.
Hey, you know, they had some popcorn in bags, and actually it was sweet kettle corn.
Yeah,
that was really
that was
good,
sure
and
sweet.
it's pretty reasonably priced. So when my grandson's out there playing, I always get some kettle
Yeah,
corn.
we still have popcorn, right? Okay,
Yes.
so that's all happening on Saturday, and
so-
finishing up by 3.
Yeah.
Right?
So when we do the poker walk, okay, the Friday night cruise, it's 50 winners. Okay, on the poker walk, first place gets $75, the second place gets 50, and the third place gets 25. The loud exhaust, we're giving money away on that. First place $75, second place 50, and third 25. Now the burnout's where the good money comes. That's $150 for first place on the burnout.
Because you have to buy a new tire.
Yeah.
Like that 150 is going to do that.
No, it ain't.
Help a little.
But it's more than a lot of places give. You know, second place 75 and third 25. And then we always have a hard luck and a longest drive. Hard luck is every year. It seems like somebody has. Of course, they're older cars, and you have somebody break down. So we're going to give a hard luck of $50 away just to say, you know, we appreciate you coming, even with all the things that
My
happen.
buddy's bringing in a 19-something red Corvette. That's about as descriptive as I can get.
Okay,
Really?
he's playing Prince in the background.
Yeah.
So,
He's coming over from El Reno. He's driving over.
of course,
Awesome.
it's benefiting the DARE program, by the way. This is all to benefit the DARE
Yes,
program. Right?
yes. The car crew, the Heartland Cruise Car Show and Rotary teamed up years ago, headed up by Tommy Neighbors, when a fellow Rotarian, and said, "Listen, it was the Chamber of Commerce doing it, and now Rotary is the big supporter of it." And I can't say enough for Joanne Chain that gets out there, and her daughter Michelle, that get out there and do the paperwork and everything else. This is our 30th anniversary. 30
Amazing.
years here in Weatherford. What an awesome time to come out and celebrate on Father's Day. And it's the largest probably that we'll have. I mean, it just exploded on us.
Yeah.
And so
They want to get out of the house.
oh yeah,
Something
you know,
to do.
we did, you know, they arranged those cruises around town during
Yeah.
the COVID. Oh my lands, we expected like 20 or 30. We ended up with almost 200
Yeah,
at the
that
time.
was crazy.
It's the time that Weatherford comes together. That's what I love about Weatherford, and the communities getting together
Right.
and doing something. And so, I mean, it just, we look for a great turnout and all of the money that they raise goes to the DARE program.
It's amazing. And I want to thank our broadcast sponsors. I'll be there Friday night. Some of those include Barbara Dyson Ford, The Closet, Hudson Technology Solutions, Redline Electrical Supply, Elite Vapor, Napa of Weatherford, and S&D Drugs. So
Yes.
this weekend, Friday and Saturday, 30th annual, as you were saying.
Go buy and eat lunch. The food trucks, that's going to be good.
Oh,
That's probably my favorite part. I mean, I'm really glad those food trucks are able to figure out how to actually serve food and not contaminate people. But one day the concessions got to figure it out. All right, so.
well, hey, for 4th of July, I think we're not going to have a concession. I was going, whoa. So let's about those food trucks.
Yeah, because
Perfect.
oh my.
All right, and moving right along.
We have a lot to talk about.
You're feisty this morning, John.
I'm not fighting. We're not gonna have. You're not gonna have your concession stand because then I'm gonna ask why. And you're gonna say because
Chief Carlin, you have been super busy, super busy lately. I know you're busy with fires constantly, and we hear about 10% of them probably, but this
Right.
one was a big one, and a lot of people, a lot of volunteer fire departments and other cities coming in to help, and somehow you're able to work miracles. It was so close to all those
man.
houses, and
Yeah.
It was.
knock on wood,
It was a crazy day on Monday. We started out the day. We actually were over by east of Hinton, assisting them on a large fire that they had. Late Monday afternoon, this fire started out south of Cedar Canyon, a little over a mile south of Cedar Canyon, and the conditions were right, and it was a canyon full of cedars that heads into the Cedar Canyon addition.
wow.
And it's one of those, and Lewis always talks about how great it is to live in Weatherford and Western Oklahoma, and it is. John mentioned it a minute ago with everything going on, and I say it too, this is the greatest place to live, Western Oklahoma. We started putting out the call for assistance. Obviously, this is something we can't do by ourselves.
How does that work, by the way? Just curious. You just call your buddy, say, hey.
Well, no, we actually. So as we're responding out, whoever the whether it's one of our shift commanders that's in charge, if I'm there, or whoever, we start recognizing we're needing help. We start calling in mutual aid, which is the closest departments to us. And as we need more help, we just start expanding that circle of who we call. And
they come.
And they do. And I don't want to start calling out specific names of departments because I know that
you'll leave somebody out.
I'll leave somebody out, and I absolutely don't want to do that. But what I will tell you is that we had departments from Caddo County, obviously all the Custer County departments, Ouachita County, Dewey County, Beckham, Roger Mills, Ouachita, everybody in West Central Oklahoma. And when we started putting out that call, I mean, they were coming.
And it feels good to see that whole line of them. When you see that whole line, you just kind of get the goosebumps, and you're like, okay, the support and knowing that they're all going to be there for you.
But we had EMS on scene. We did unfortunately had 2 firefighters get injured. They were minor. They're both doing fine right now. But so we had EMS there. Lifeguard is great to come out and support us. We had the sheriff's office and highway patrol were out there assisting, and
food, water.
We had food.
Too much water, right?
No,
you never have too much water.
I'm not going to say we ever have too much water in Gatorade, but
no, you can't.
I had a friend text me. He's like, I don't know. I mean, I would be afraid to be too much. They might have too much. I'm like, they can always use it for another one. Just go ahead if you want to.
We were having people just stop by. We had kind of 2 different staging areas, one on each side of the event. And we were just having people just pull up and throw cases of water out and ice chests with water. And so that was great. And it's always great to see the community come in and support you like that. But, the other thing, and I sure can't get out of here without mentioning this because, being a great place to live and the people that support us, we had 2 people in town, two companies in town, Big M Construction, Bryce Murphy, and MWS Services, Marcus Wright, and Sean Rogers that works for him. Those guys brought equipment to us, and I'm just I've talked to several of the homeowners out there in Cedar Canyon, and they've called and thanked us for what we've done and the hard work, and we did. Our guys are awesome. All of the departments that came in to help, awesome. Did a whale of a job Monday to stop that. But without those guys bringing that heavy equipment in to help us, I'm just not 100% sure that we'd be having this
kind of a conversation.
It may have been very well different. And so I always want to give those guys credit and thanks for coming out and helping us. They had a lot of time and money invested in coming out and helping us out. And it was a very much needed asset. And we saw that just a little over a week ago. We had that high wind day. We had probably a dozen farmers that came out and brought heavy equipment to help us with that big wheat field fire.
Yep.
And when they come in and we were able to coordinate with those folks, we get radios to them so that we can talk to them while we're working, and it's great. And
it's a community coming together.
It is, and it's an effort that it takes everybody to make something like that come to a close. But I will also say this, that the job that was done out there and shut that down, we were actually just over 600 feet from the first home in Cedar Canyon.
Oh, wow.
That was
that's terrifying.
It was close.
Yeah. I think we saw several friends on Facebook having to put that post up that were asked because you evacuated them.
We did.
Those, right?
There was a point pretty quickly in this is one of our worst case scenarios that we talk about, of areas just because of the way everything's situated. And we made a call very early. The sheriff's office came in and helped us, and I asked them, I said, hey, start evacuating them. And we evacuated all of that area just as a precaution. And, all the residents.
It's not like you just snap your fingers and people are out of their houses.
They want to grab
it takes
their.
time.
Oh yeah,
they do.
They want to grab their stuff real quick.
They do, and the thing is that we didn't have any arguing. They didn't resist the whenever the deputies
I got
and
my
others,
water hose. I'm staying.
you know,
I saw some weird stuff happen in California that was different.
yeah.
So-
Oh,
And so they were very, you know, obviously they didn't want to. You know,
Yeah.
that's the worst case scenario, that you're being asked to leave your home because it may burn.
Yeah.
But they did. They understood, and they helped. And you know, the other great thing is, obviously when you're out there for hours on end, and you know, people bringing water and Gatorade is great. But believe it or not, firefighters like to eat.
Yeah, the
And,
food, yeah.
And
And they remember to bring you
yeah,
food too.
and we're
the
good at
wives,
it.
right?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, we have got a great group of wives that they all get together when we have these big events, and they get a hold of one another, and they get together, and they were there to supply food to us every so many hours, you know, as we've needed it over the last few days, and they've been great to do that. And so obviously we greatly appreciate our wives and what
John
they
wants
do.
to be invited out
I
next
do.
time.
I mean, yeah. Let's go.
Well,
Hey, John, I'm just here to tell you, we had plenty to eat.
You're
out
okay
there.
to serve, yeah. I want to make sure it's safe to serve food. Hey, also, when I put this, some people brought ice chests, so I can bring my lawn chair, my ice chest, and watch the fire, because I think I'm pretty good.
You know, I would say this. I would say this. You all right? You got me going now. You know, we didn't have a major issue, but we did kind of have an issue with bystanders.
Spectators,
Yeah, spectators. You know, and what I would, you know, just encourage people to understand that, especially in these types of events, we have a lot of moving equipment, and on occasion they're needing to move very quickly to other locations.
Right.
And I will tell you that Airport Road several times got stopped up with traffic, and
Oh, my.
you know, we're trying to move tankers back and forth to go get water and things. And so, you know, I know everyone's interested into what's going on, and they're concerned and what's going on. But you know, in these events, stay out of the immediate area, if at all possible, just to give these first responders the chance to be able to do their job, and they've got enough to worry about without worrying about extra traffic that's not necessary.
I play this emergency HQ game on my phone because that makes me perfect. I'm a professional. When that happens, I just call the police officer. They go arrest him. Hey, there you go. There you go.
Well, we just want to thank you for all of your efforts and all of the surrounding fire departments as well, and volunteers, because that's pretty amazing. You're able to work a miracle once again. So we're very thankful.
I'm gonna throw one more plug real quick for the guy that usually sits in that office right there, Mr. Mike Smith.
Yes.
Hey, he's outstanding, and you guys know that he does a great job. But Mike is always either sending me a message or giving me a call. He knows I'm going to get back to him if I don't answer, but he's always there. He put out a lot of information. You know, when we started the evacuations and stuff, he was able to, you know, get that. And you guys do a wonderful job of doing that and supporting us. So thank you. And again, one more time to any of the fire departments that responded out there. Thank you for coming. Thank you for helping us. It's something that we do both ways. We go help them, and a lot of times, you know, it appears that we go a lot of places helping other people. And you know, my response to that is because one day we need their help. Well, we've needed that several times, but this just proved this week that we had close to 150 firefighters here.
Wow.
And so you know, it was great, and we appreciate all of that. And huge thanks
Again, Western Oklahoma taking care of one another.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's move on from there. And,
let's flip the switch.
Next thing we need to talk about. You talk
Defund
about,
police.
Is Western Oklahoma going to take care of their police?
Well, that's, well, a lot of them are using that excuse. Norman just did a little bit of it, and come to find out, most of it's because of their sales tax being down, and they had to cut budgets anyway. So they decided to do this and use it a different way. Oklahoma City right now is not. Western Oklahoma, you're not. Nobody's talking that.
They're talking cuts, though. Let's be honest.
We're all because of COVID. You know, we
right.
survive. You and I have talked before. Is the only way municipalities survive in the state of Oklahoma is through sales tax.
Right, we're the only state left that does it. That
and
way,
when you shut down businesses for 2 months, that sales tax is not there. So you know, I mean, it hurts. We tried to run a bill this last year on public safety where municipalities just could start getting some property tax for their fire, police, and ambulance. And it didn't make it through this year because of the COVID and the shutdown. I didn't think it was a priority. We're going to bring it back up next year. We're still pushing for that because we're the only state in the United States that doesn't. But the number one thing is this: is I was on a webinar the other day talking about community relations throughout this whole thing. No matter if you agree, disagree, whatever it is. First of all, we have to stay neutral. We can't take one side or the other. we're going to protect the constitutional rights of all people. I will not, and I've said this in the newspaper, but I was talking to other chiefs about, you need to reach out to the media. The media, you can say what you say about the media, but the media in local is your partner. They get the word out, and it's just like y'all allowing us to come on here. There's other chiefs now, especially like Durant, the fire chief, and the police chief, are going to start hosting a radio show. Bartlesville's talking about that. You know, driving the bus on New Year's Eve. There's 3 or 4 chiefs now that are starting to do that, and they come and ask me, how do you do that? It's reaching out and being a part of your community, which means you're part of the family. I will not tolerate racism in any form, period. My officers know that, this community knows that, and we stand together. And so it has been a great outpouring. I mean, you know, Christmas time we get cakes and cookies and stuff. And thank you, citizens of Weatherford, from the Weatherford Chief of Police. I now have gained 5 pounds because of all of the cookies that you brought us. But we're here as a family. We're here together, and we'll make it through it. There's been some hard times in my 36-year career, 27 of it here in Weatherford. We will make it through. Western Oklahoma, stay strong, stay positive. The COVID, I said on the last time, the COVID has caused a lot of tensions and anxiety. Yeah. Go to counselors. That's what they're for. Reach out to your pastor. Reach out to family members. You got to talk about this and good conversations. But we will never at Weatherford Police Department ever not protect our citizens, period. That's who I work for. That's who pays my salary. We're going to get out there and we're going to continue to do the same thing we do. It's reaching out. You know, I had 11 deals that we do in the community as far as like community coffee, on the radio, senior citizens talks that a lot of departments have forgotten about. It's time for the police departments and the chiefs to stand up and be a part of the community. Our officers have to live within the city limits or within a 2-mile radius of Weatherford. Why is that? If you live in this community, if you go to church in this community, if your kids go to the school, you're a part of the community. You're a part of the family. You take more pride in what you do and how you interact with your citizens. Again, community policing needs to stand up even stronger than it has. But let me tell you right now, Western Oklahoma, we're not the big city. We will never be the big city. We don't act like the big city. We are a different type of people. I have 2 officers that used to work for me that work in the city, and they would never move there. The atmosphere, the attitude is totally different of the citizens. Thank you, Western Oklahoma, on behalf of the Weatherford Police Department, for your support. We will not let you down. We will continue to work with you and do the very best job that we can.
That's a great message. John and I had to make sure to be very quiet because we don't know what clip Mike is going to take to put in the newscast, you know, so he gets on to us sometimes and put a little in there. Yeah.
I can't do, and I've said this time and time again on here, I can't do my job without my citizens. It's a team effort. It's not anybody against anybody. If you see something, say something. Guess what? Western Oklahoma people do that. We've solved more crimes by working in partnership with the community. Are we always going to agree? No, we're not. Do we make mistakes? Yes, we do. But we learn, we fix those, and we move forward because we are a family out here. Please do not forget that. We love y'all. We love working for you, and we will continue to do the job that we do.
And we'll see a lot of you on Friday and Saturday for the car show.
It's going to be great. Isn't it great to live in Western Oklahoma? Weekend. Man, thank y'all.
Thanks to both of you for coming in and being transparent and talking to media and just being a part of the community, of course.
No, thank y'all.
As well.
We're glad to do it.
Yes, we are.
We appreciate you all very much.
We're proud to do it.
Conversation Corner is brought to us by Lucille's Roadhouse.
On the